afternoon, everyone. Here in Japan, in Tokyo, it's already early evening, and here we have a few people on Zoom. Good to see you. I think it's our first time. I hope you can understand me. And then, as I always say, we have a bunch of people maybe on YouTube, but I can't see it. So, as I promised last time when we met in March, last class, I promised that this time, instead of talking, because I talk too much sometimes, we will do 2 periods of Zazen, not so long. And then in between, as traditionally it is often done, we will have a short, we say kinhin in Japanese, which is like walking meditation. So we will have 1 round of Zazen, then we will stand up, we will have kinhin, walking meditation, and then we will have another period of Zazen. If you sit, as I can't see you, those people on YouTube, if you sit somewhere, I don't know, outside, or maybe you are in a car, maybe in your office, wherever you are, and you cannot stand up and walk around, so well, you don't have to do it. In the same way, if you cannot sit formally, as I will explain in a short while, so you don't have to put your legs in full lotus position or half lotus position if the place doesn't enable you to do it. So please don't force yourself. You can just rest in the most comfortable position. So and participate, do it together with us. So please take it individually, as we are not sitting here together in this room. So I don't see you. I don't know where you are. So I will explain, coming back to the basics, how to sit Zazen, and then I will explain how to do this walking meditation, or kinhin, as we say. And then we will spend 1 more round of sitting Zazen, and after, as we always do, we will have a chance to talk with people who are here on Zoom. So thank you very much for joining today's class. I hope you're all fine. Okay, so let's start with the basics. It's always good to sort of refresh our minds and go back to the basics. And the thing that we need most, we could say, is this round thing, which is called zafu in Japanese. Some of you, those of you who have never done Zazen before, so maybe it's a new thing for you. So if you have this kind of round thing, it can be a little bit smaller, maybe, well, this is quite a big one. So please take care, please make sure that you have one. But if you don't have zafu for today's meeting, you can have a cushion, or as I can see, one participant is sitting next to the sofa, so maybe you can have a piece of something, maybe, I don't know, blanket or a roll blanket, or as I said, a cushion, so that you could sit comfortably on it. How you sit, I will explain in a moment. So the worst thing when we practice Zazen is when you sit on the floor. Some of us, probably those who practice yoga and they are flexible enough, so that, for example, I have a friend who is a yoga instructor, and she, even if we sit in a group, everyone is sitting on such a cushion, on a zafu, she always says, I don't need a zafu, and she always says, I will sit on the floor. And she sits on the floor, and her posture is straight. But if you take off this cushion from behind your back, so your back goes like that, and probably for 30 minutes or for 40 minutes, it's very difficult to sit on the ground. That's why we need a cushion, which sort of, we could say, gives you a kick, and then naturally your spine gets naturally straight, and is very effortless and easy and natural to sit in this position, even for a longer period of time. That's why I always joke, but it's not a joke. If we have earthquake, at least here in Japan, or if we have another kind of disaster, so leave your phone, leave your dog, leave everyone, but take zafu with you. Okay, it can save your life. So please remember. You can have my zafu, this one quite big, so maybe it will be difficult to take it with you. but maybe a smaller one would be nice. Okay, so make sure that you have one. Really, even if you watch TV, even if you sit at the computer, even if you maybe invite your friends and have coffee with them or tea with them, instead of sitting on the chair, you can always. Maybe in the Western countries it's kind of strange. Let's sit on the floor. We could say it's like people are not used to sitting on the floor. But in Japan it's not a big deal. So when you have friends in your house, so it's always nice to have such a place that you can really sit in a relaxed position on such a thing. Okay. So make sure that you have a thing to put under your butt, and we will see. I will explain how to sit. Okay. Those of you who have never done it before. So when you have a zafu, or when you have something to sit, first of all, you come to your zafu and make a bow, and then you turn around and you make one more bow to the people who are standing next to you or in front of you, and then you sit on this on this cushion. But I said you sit on this cushion, but I don't know how much you can see there on the screen. But what is important, you don't sit on the center part. Now I'm sitting on the center part, my knees go up. I don't know if you can see, but my knees are here. You see, my knees are here. And then, well, for a moment it's good to sit like that. But after 15 minutes, after 20 minutes, you start to move, you start to straighten your spine, you feel kind of pressure, tension here in your neck. It's very uncomfortable. That's why when you have a cushion, you don't sit on the center part, on the middle part of the cushion, but you sit on the brink. So you slide down a little bit, you see? When you slide down, you can see, as you can see, my knees are on the floor. Okay? When my knees are on the floor, then my butt is on the brink of the cushion. I don't sit on it. I just it gives me support, right? So when you see it now like that, I can show you from the side. You see? You see the cushion? It goes out there. You see, I don't sit on the cushion. Not like that. Okay? If I sit like that, I would sit maybe like that. Okay? But when you slide down and you sit like that, so then you don't have to do anything with your legs. You don't have to make half lotus. You don't have to make full lotus as we often are supposed to do, and we say, oh, it's so difficult to sit because you have to, my legs hurt and it's so painful. No, when you put it on the floor where you sit, and then you remember that you sit really on the brink of your cushion. So you see my spine naturally straight, no effort. I don't have to straighten up like that. It doesn't go like that. It's even natural for me to sit like that. So I sit and I really surrender to the cushion. I do nothing. I do nothing with my body. The chest is open. The ears are in the same line with the shoulder. Full capacity of your hands. You can give tea to your friends if there is someone. You can explain something, as I sometimes do too. You have like 100% of freedom here with your hands. Your throat is open. It's not squeezed. It's open, naturally open here. You can sing. You can say nice thing to others. Many other thing with your left foot, left leg, and then you put it in a full lotus position. Half lotus position is fine, full lotus position is fine. You don't have to strain yourself so that if you sit first time, we don't have to call for ambulance if there is some kind of crack and you start to scream, so don't do it, alright? Okay, so find this position, we say like feeling tone, find this position that brings you back to this moment, that gives you the best groundedness, and you can feel that you really feel settled in this place, in this position. There is no tension. Make sure that you sit straight. spend a while and see how you feel. Whether you have to strain yourself to move up, or you can let it go and you can surrender to the cushion. Okay, and then you can put your hands on your knees if you sit in a formal position, and do a bit of swaying from left to right. All right, you give a nice massage to your stomach, to into your organs. Okay. And then you put your you put your hands on your lap. So you have right hand and left hand, and you touch with your thumbs. All right. So you see, your head is straight, your eyes are not closed; they're naturally let them fall down naturally. You don't concentrate on anything. Then your mouth are closed. You breathe with your nose. Your throat is open, so it's not squeezed or it's not like too much open. It's really, you feel it's natural here, no tension here. Okay. So instead of constructing a new thing, like, oh, I have to sit in this thing, in this pattern or this construct or this form, you come back to what is natural to you, which is not natural for me for us when we sort of go around in our daily life, because we, as I always say, we have this smartphone position and we are full of stress, full of strain, full of different kind of tension. So it's, when we sit like that, it's not natural. It feels not natural. Suddenly you feel, it's like I feel some pain here, I feel some pain here. Why do I have to sit like that? But when you sit in this position for a while, you see, wow, it's very good. It's actually like I feel home. I really feel home. Okay? So make sure that you have this nice position and you feel grounded. Okay? And when you sit like that, don't close your eyes. Breathe naturally. And make sure that you have this shape here of your hands. Don't squeeze it like that, or don't, if you fall sleepy, so you sometimes you sit like that. So it always, when you have this shape here, a beautiful shape of your hands, it always says to you, or tells people from who are watching maybe from the outside, where you are. If you are sleeping, or maybe you are too stressed and you are waiting for the bell like that, and then blood is coming here or something. All right. So don't do it like that. Naturally, make sure that you have this shape here, oval. Okay. You take care of all the world here with your hands. All right. And let's try to spend maybe 15 minutes sitting in silence together. Okay. So when you can sit in this formal position, it's nice. If you cannot, when you sit somewhere in the office on the chair, it's also okay. But make sure about these points that I made. You don't feel, you don't bend, but you feel naturally straight. You don't close your eyes. Okay, let's try. hands together. Make a bow. Then if you are sitting on in a formal position, you can, before we stand up, you can sway from left to right a few times. If you are sitting on a chair, well, you can do it in the same way. And now we are going to have a kin-kin, so walking meditation. So before we stand up, make sure that you don't fall down if you are sitting in half lotus or full lotus position, so you can spend a while, give some massage to your legs, make sure that the blood is running, okay? And then when you stand up, you fix your cushion, and as we were doing it in the beginning, make one bow to the cushion and make one more to the people outside on the other side. And then when we were sitting in Zazen, I said to you, we have left hand on the right hand, and we were having it here, right? Now when we have walking meditation, kin-kin, it's not the break in the practice. It gives you a relief in your legs. If you sit 30 minutes, if you sit 40 minutes, if you even sit like 15 or 10 minutes and you feel you don't move for a while, so then it's a chance to give some relief to your legs. But it's not a break in your practice. So you don't go to the kitchen and you drink coffee, or you take your smartphone and you call your friend. It's not like that. So this is a continuation of your practice. That's why on the level of the physical posture is exactly the same. So when you were sitting in Zazen, when we had your chest open, you had ears in the same line with your shoulders, your nose in the same line with your navel, exactly the same. But instead of keeping your hands like that, you have your left hand and you close your thumb of your left hand and you catch it like that, okay? So as if you were trying to grasp it, right? You grasp your thumb with the same hand, and you put it here on the area of what's called the solar plexus here, okay? And then you cover it with your right hand, like that, okay? And then if you stand in this position, your feet on the ground, you have this thumb here, you cover it with your right hand. It's always good to spend like for, I don't know, 10, 20 seconds and see how you feel, okay? This feeling tone. And again, when I was sitting and showing you from the back, it's the same when I stand like that. Do we stand like that? Okay? Or do we stand naturally straight, okay? How you feel? You were sitting in Zazen in this position, and in the same way now, you have your chest open, and you just close your hands here. No effort. You can put your hands here too. No effort. Okay? You stand like that. When you stand on the train, you can stand like that and hold the what do you call it, the handrail. You don't stand like that, but you come back to the position. Okay? In the same way here. Okay? All right. So make sure that you stand straight. I recommend, even if you don't walk, I recommend to have like standing meditation, or standing doing nothing, we could say. When you stand and you just breathe. In Zen monasteries, we have this waiting time, which is non-doing time. Before we have an event, there is a ceremony, or there's this different kind of thing that we have to do. So before people gather, monks gather, and we stand. And we don't do anything. No talking. Of course, no phone, nothing, no watches, right? So you stand. So when you leave your home, for example, you have a party, or maybe you leave to work in the evening, in the morning, or you meet your friend, or you go shopping. So when you go, for example, 8 o'clock, you have to leave. So try to stand for even 1 minute. Maybe if your husband or your wife says, "Hey, what are you doing? Are you stupid? Why are you standing there?" Beside the wall. Well, it's okay. Or maybe your dog will say, like, he will sniff at you, okay? Or maybe do something else, okay, when you stand. It's fine too, all right? You can practice patience there. But you can stay, okay? And then see, the mind tells you, come on, move on, go back, go to work, or it's a waste of time. We have all this chattering, right? You just shut up, okay, and you just stand, okay? But when you are too anxious, okay, I will walk, all right? So then we have this walking part. So I will explain to you. These are my feet, okay? Imagine that these are my feet. This is my right foot, this is my left foot. So when we walk in walking meditation, we don't walk like an elephant or like a dinosaur. Some people walk like that, right? No, you walk, it's called half a step. One breath, half a step. So this is my right foot. Okay, I should stay the other one. Okay, this is my right foot. Okay, so we take in breath, and on the out breath, you make one step ahead. And then again, in breath, out breath with your left foot. Okay? Then again, in breath, out breath with your left foot. So you have breath for half a step. Okay? I will illustrate to you. So when we stand like that, we can make it together. Okay? Once again, be ready. Make sure that you stand straight. You feel grounded. You feel this energy coming from your floor, from the ground that you stand. All right. Your ear is the same line with your shoulders. And again, take in breath, out breath. In breath, out breath. You don't have to say it. I'm just illustrating. In breath, out breath. And you continue, okay? In breath, out breath. In breath, out breath. turn around clockwise, and you make one more bow. Alright? And let's sit down and make one more period of Zazen, just short one, maybe 5 minutes, okay? I will not say anything now, so sit down as we explained before. your hands together, and as before, make a bow, and then put your hands on your knees, and make a few movements from left to right. Okay? Okay, alright. You're still here. For YouTube, this is it. Now we are going to switch to Zoom, and we have a short chat. Those people who joined us on YouTube, thank you for watching. I hope you not only watched, but you also use this chance to sit together. Thank you for joining. And next time we are going to meet on the 18th of May. So it's full spring or already summer probably in Japan. It's going to be hot, I guess. So I wish you have a nice evening or afternoon or morning, wherever you are. And see you soon during ZEN class. Thank you very much.